week was probably my worst week of reading so far. So it's July 9th and I just finished The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which was book 3 for the OWLS. Oh, and it gutted me. I read it in 2 days and barely, like, it was mostly just today. Like, I read like 50 pages yesterday and I read the rest of it today. I just couldn't put it down. It was so good. So good. I gave it like, it's a 5. I mean, it's a 4.5, 5. I think. It was a 4.5 until the ending and then it was a 5. I loved it. It was so good. And now I'm gutted and I don't know what to read next. It is the 10th of July and I just finished, well, started and finished Fullmetal Alchemist today. So I read part of it before I had a meeting today. I read part of it before the meeting and then I just got back and finished it. This is volume 1. It was okay. It was enjoyable. It's about 2 brothers who are alchemists and basically are just going on different adventures and trying to like save people and whatnot. So it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I gave it like a 3 because it wasn't like mind-blowing, but it was fun. Checked that challenge. I have now 4 challenges down. 4.5 because I'm halfway through Girl Wash Your Face. So with just that one, once I finish that one, I will have completed the OWLS challenge 100%. Like, I will have an O for it. I will have achieved an outstanding score. However, I'm going to keep going because I want to check off as many of the boxes, as many of the classes as I can, because then it gives me more options for the newts next month, because those are a little bit more intense. So it's just easier because it'll give me more options. Plus it's like a challenge and I want to try to complete the challenge. I don't know if I will. But next up, I think I'm gonna read Radiance by Catherynne Valente, which is like sci-fi Hollywood. Because I'm still kind of, you know, Hollywood feeling from The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So I figured I would just jump into that one next. And I'm trying to do some of the physical books because then I'm leaving for Hawaii on Friday and I don't want to take physical books with me. I just want to take my Kindle. And at the rate I'm reading, like, I'm gonna need a lot of books. So I don't want to go through all my Kindle books and then have nothing for the challenge while I'm there. So I'm trying to read some of these books. Hopefully I can knock them out before I leave on Friday though, because I don't, again, want to have to take the book with me. So yeah, so that one's gonna be next. That one will probably be the last one before I leave. If I have time, I'll probably just jump into a Kindle book from there. And then when I come back, I have a couple physical books left. And then we'll see how far I get through the Kindle books, the library books. Plus I also have The Death of Mrs. Westaway that I need to read because I'm buddy reading it with Trina. However, neither of us have started it yet, so I'm okay. But anyway, I thought I'd update you on my reading since this is a reading vlog. So it is now July the 12th, it's Thursday, and I have decided that I am going to change out my Ancient Runes book. I was reading Radiance by Catherynne Valente, which is the sci-fi Hollywood. It's like Hollywood in space type thing. But it's too experimental for me right now. It's too, like, it wants you to be intellectual and read between the lines, and I just am not in the mood for that in the middle of the summer right now, or I don't know if I will be. Like, I'm not a big fan of it. Like, it's pretty writing, but it's also like, I just don't care, and I'm about 80 pages in, so I'm gonna trade it out and find something else with a symbol on the cover for that one. I haven't figured out what that book is yet, but I have plenty of other things to read in the meantime, so I'll figure that one out later. Plus I'm leaving for Hawaii tomorrow and it was like a 400-page book and I just wasn't gonna get close to being finished before we leave. So I didn't even want to read yesterday. Like I read like 20 to 30 pages just because I just didn't care. Like, that's all I read. I was like, oh, I just don't want to read. And that's the sign of a book you're not enjoying. So, oh well. I will find something else. In the meantime, today's a busy day. I'm packing and getting ready for Hawaii. We leave tomorrow morning, super early. So I'll probably read some when I'm done packing and everything, and I'll probably just jump into something on my Kindle that I can easily pick up again on the plane tomorrow. So that's the plan. Also, I finished Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis today on audiobook, which means I have now read 5 books for the Magical Readathon for my owls. So I have already achieved an O. I already have an outstanding for the owls. Now, should I continue to read the other 7? It doesn't really matter. It just gives me more options for the newts. But I have successfully finished the minimum, I guess, requirement as far as the maximum requirement, if that makes sense. Like, you only had to read 2 to pass, but I'd read 5 to get the O, which is the highest achievement. However, the best you can do is 12. So we'll see if I can still do that, but I have at least read all 5, and I think I'm gonna start Lexicon by Max Barry next, which is the one that is the Secret Society, which is Defense Against the Dark Arts. So I'm gonna start that one next. All right, so I did a terrible job of filming updates while I was in Hawaii, but I did read, I started and finished Lexicon by Max Barry for the Defense Against the Dark Arts challenge, and then I started Unearthed by Amie Kaufman and Meagan Spooner for the prophecy, so divination one, and I also am reading I'm in the middle of The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware, which is my buddy read with Trina that I've been talking about, which does not fit any of the challenges, but I'm still reading it. So it's currently the 20th. I haven't read it all, pretty much the last 3 days. Most of that is because we were super busy on Wednesday because we were leaving Hawaii. So we spent the whole day, you know, it's our last day, so we were traveling around and packing and getting to the airport and whatnot. And then the time change means I lost 6 hours somewhere in here for Thursday. By the time I got home, it was like 9 p.m. at night, and I was utterly exhausted. I did not read a single bit on the plane because for some reason I just can't, I don't know. I'm having a hard time reading on planes these days. So I just watched a lot of movies. So I haven't read, and then today we slept in really late, or I slept in really late, I guess we both did, and then spent kind of the day relaxing around the house and doing some things, running some errands, going to the grocery store, you know, things you gotta do when you get back from vacation. So again, I didn't really have a chance to read. I'm hoping I'll be able to now that it's nighttime and I can kind of finally like wind down and crack my books open again. But that's kind of the update for reading. So it's the 20th and I've finished, I don't even know how many books I've finished. 6, I think? 6 books maybe? I'm gonna keep going and see what I do, but that's probably the end of this update because I'm already behind on my dates. I should have ended this on like the 14th or something and I was gone, so. Oh well, this is the end of Owl Reading Vlog numero 2. All right, so I changed my mind. I decided that I'm going to push this week, this vlog, this Owls vlog week in up until Sunday. So it'll be weeks 2 and 3 combined into 1. And then I'll just do week 4 as the final week. And so, cause it made sense in my mind after I had filmed last time. I was like, that would make more sense to just finish out the weekend because it's only 2 days and then start fresh on Monday. So that's what I'm doing. Yay, you have 2 more days of me, including today. And today is Saturday, the 21st, and I have not read at all so far today. I've been doing things around the house and cleaning and editing videos and whatnot. And last night I only read 2 chapters and they were for The Death of Mrs. Westaway, which isn't even one of my Owls books. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I don't know if I'll have time. I'm hoping I'll have time tonight to read as well, but that's what I said last night and then I had no energy. So yeah, I need to get back into the swing of it. I read so much in Hawaii and now I'm just like, I just don't have time anymore. So anyway, I will update you again when I have read, hopefully, because hopefully I will have done some reading. All right, so it is Monday, the 23rd of July. So we're ending week 2/3 of the Owls Readathon. I haven't finished a book in like 5 days, 6 days. I don't even know how many days, but Anyway, I'm like 70% of the way through Unearthed. I should finish that today or tomorrow if I just can find the time to sit and read. Now that I'm home, I'm trying to get some work done. I've realized that summer vacation is slowly dwindling away, and I have a lot of things I need to do over the break, like before I go back to school, before I start thinking about going back to school, and that's about a month away. So I really need to like sit down and focus on some of those things, like, you know, editing my novel, which is right here and printed out, and I'm only like a couple chapters into editing. I can't just sit and read all day as much as I would like to. So I am enjoying Unearthed. It's really interesting. It's like, it's Indiana Jones, basically, in space. It's fun. I like it. But I just haven't had the time, basically. Just, it's been busy. It's been time consuming. I started vlogging, like legitimately, like weekly vlogging. So that's taking out more time too, because I'm editing more, which is fun. I'm enjoying that. But it just takes time. All of these things take time. And so reading sometimes falls to the side in that case. But oh well. So I have a week left for the OWLS readathon until it's over, and then the newts start. Oh boy, the newts, which I haven't started planning for. I don't know if I'm going to plan a TBR for those, because a lot of those challenges are like, read an even numbered paged book, read a book with 300 pages, stuff like that. I don't really need to plan for as much. I might start planning next week. I'll do a TBR if I do plan it out, but at the moment I'm just trying to get through the OWLS. I don't think I'll hit 12 books, but I'd like to finish Unearthed and then maybe Stormfront, the first book in the Dresden Files. Those are kind of my top two right now that I really want to get through. Plus I also have The Death of Mrs. Westaway. So if I don't get to the other ones, I will not be heartbroken, because that's still more books than I've read any other month this entire year. So I'm still counting that as a win. Still counting that as a win. So anyway, this is the end of the OWLS update for weeks 2/3. And join me next week for the finale of my reading vlog, and then my wrap up, where you'll see all of my thoughts in one place, as opposed to like over the course of these different vlogs. So in the meantime, I have vlogs, weekly vlogs that I've started that you can check out, which are not about reading. They are about other things in my life, like how I went to Hawaii and other things that I do, which is, I don't know. But anyway, check those out. And I guess that's it for me today and this week, and I will see you next time.